Good afternoon or evening. It's early evening here, about 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm out for an evening stroll. Yes, today I'm walking on the wrong side of the road. There's a story behind that, which I'll share with you in a minute. This is Keith from Running on the Wrong Side of the Road at blogspot.com. rotwsotr.blogspot.com. Come by and say hello. This is my neighborhood trail course. Starts off down here, that red dot, goes up the hill, visits a viewpoint of some sort, a temple, then it winds up, visits another viewpoint, and carries on to Akechi Jo no Ato, which means Akechi Castle remains. And then it carries along again. There's some more signs for some stuff that's interesting. Nanatsu something or other, 7 somethings. Should practice my Japanese more. Coming down to a cemetery. Very old one, Akechi something cemetery. And then it comes out at the bottom right down here is a little place where a Zen would probably feel at home. Today I'm walking on the wrong side of the road. There's a reason for that. It's doctor's orders. Yes, look at that. I have a water bottle in my hand and I also have about 10 stitches. Reason being, this morning I gathered at 5:30 in the morning with the other 800 parents of the elementary school to which my daughter attends. She's in grade 2. And we proceeded to do groundskeeping, the volunteer effort organized by the PTA. Well, about 30 minutes into it, I got to go home early. Or rather, I got to go to the hospital. I misused one of the implements, sliced my finger open. The doctor mentioned a term called degloving. Anyways, I ended up with about 10 stitches, 3 kinds of drugs, and while I was there I decided to ask him to see about checking on my rib cage, and I got a CAT scan. A couple weeks ago I fell off a bicycle, my daughter's actually, fell off the bicycle and landed squarely on my chest. For the last 2, I guess it's almost 3 weeks now, it's been bothering me. So I decided to mention that to the doctor, and he said, well, why don't we give you a CAT scan, CT scan? I said, well, sure. So in 2 hours I got minimal surgery, minor surgery, to stitch up my finger, a CT scan, the all clear from the doctors, and it cost me $130. Not bad. Socialized medicine does have its place. Now I've got antibiotics and painkillers and stomach irritant medicine to last me for about 5 days. Incidentally, the cost of the CT scan was $10 in-house right now, as soon as I could walk across the hall. Pretty cool, huh? So you can see where we are now. Oopsie. New selfie stick. Take a little shot for you of the little shrine here. If anybody cares to attempt translation for you, there you go. And here for a little more translation. Knock yourself out. Here, it descends. And so do I. Hopefully not too quickly. Okay, so while we're walking here, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a taste of what the conversation with the doctor went like today. In my best Japanese, I said to him, "Sensei, これ終わったら、これ治ったら、ギターを弾けると思う?" で、先生は、はい、もういいじゃないか。で、私が、あ、よかった。10年間練習したけど、一回もう全然弾けない。よかったな。Woo! A little bit of a hill. Killer mosquitoes here today. So just in case you thought I wasn't really going to tell you what I said to the doctor, what I said was, "Doctor, after my fingers heal, do you think I'll be able to play the guitar?" And he said, "Oh, I don't see why not." And I said, "Great, because I've been practicing for 10 years and I still can't play." Boom, boom. Okay, now we're at the trail split near the top of the hill. I'll spin around here and let you get dizzy like me. And you can see behind me, actually, quite a good view. Except that it's kind of hard to see because of the balance here. What if I touch the screen right there? Oh, that helps a bit. There you go. Now you can't see me, but you can see the view a bit. It's a small town. What do you want? Okay, now we're coming up on the remains of the castle. I'll swing around again and give you another view of this. This selfie stick thing is kind of cool. We'll walk over there. Okay, now this says something about Akechi Castle remains, and well, my wife will be able to tell you more about that. And there, I believe this is the remains, the monument to the castle. A bit overgrown. Looks like it needs some landscaping work too. Now, if you walk with me over here, I'm going to show you. This is a sign. It's very important in Japan. This one here says, "Don't go in there. Don't go near there. Don't go in there." And this one says it's something like 36.5 square meters by 7.5 square meters, and it doesn't mention the height, but it was donated by somebody for the restoration, and it's a viewing point. And this is probably the point where the castle looked out over. What sign? I didn't see any sign. What are you talking about? Anyways, I think this is the reason it says it's dangerous. Some of the boards are rotting away, but you do get a pretty good view of the surrounding area. Oh yeah, they're wiggly, these boards. There we go. Now you get a nice view of the area. And looking to the north, you should be able to see that. Well, that would be where the volcano is. It's kind of a bunch of clouds over there, so still not sure if it's pluming. And along that way is the Kagamigahara Alps area, Seki City and such. So, back to Zen's question. What would you do if you won the lottery? Would you share it? What would you do with it? Would you tell anyone? Well, first off, yeah, I would definitely share it. But the way I would share it is I would first off invest as much as possible in an RESP for my 2 daughters' education. The next thing I would do is invest the maximum I can into an RSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan. That one I would invest probably 50% in income, maybe 25% in dynamic growth, and 25% in moderate growth funds. After that, I would probably go right ahead and plunk down the rest for a house, with the remainder, if there was any, I would, mosquitoes are killing me here, with the remainder, if there was any, I might consider using that for starting a business. If not, I'd try to get a small business loan, which wouldn't probably be too hard with those kind of investments. What would you do? A little bit of the local area. That red dot where we are should be somewhere around there. Let's see. Nope, losing control. A couple areas famous for different industries. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Dropped my headphone because of some mosquitoes. And here's somebody did a nice, beautiful watercolor of a landscape. Not sure if that's supposed to be around here. I kind of doubt it with those mountains. And here's another one. And they just pinned them up on the board in this little shack for everyone to enjoy. The way art should be enjoyed. I'm not sure how Art feels about that, but nobody ever asks him. Okay, there it is. Now that's a sign I do know how to read. I know what it means, and I will pay heed to it. It says, beware of Zv22, which means basically killer bees. It says they're in the area. Sign says, please pick up after your dog, which is something that the people of British Columbia, Canada, or at least Abbotsford, BC, could learn to do. One says, this way to Akechi Station, 1,600 meters, or for you Americans, 1 mile. On this lovely path. But mind your step, it's slippery. For that reason, I usually prefer to go up this path because steps are easier to notice. I invariably miss one and slip and do a little bit of skating. Thanks to being a hockey player, I managed to come out of it for the best usually. A little tip I learned about walking on slippery cobblestones. Keep your weight under you, just like you're walking on ice. Don't reach forward for the rock that looks dry, because it probably isn't. And when you reach forward, you'll put your balance point out from under you, and you'll end up on your keister. Okay, I just passed through the entranceway there, and that was harrowing, actually. It was quite slippery with moss and mold, and the mosquitoes were knocking the earbuds out of my ears. Crazy guys. Here's the path up to the cemetery I told you about. I know some people get really wound up about cemeteries and about what's right and how you should approach them. I figure they're a memorial to somebody who wants to be remembered, and that can be by people who did or did not know them. So that's a typical cemetery. That would be a family plot for the Ikeda family. So usually that would be, the whole family would end up joining them in that area. This could be, I don't know what family that is, but that's basically what they look like. Yeah, kind of cool. Lots of rock work. And people typically come to the family gravesite once a year at least to brush it off, leave some offerings, maybe burn some incense, pray, and that's a list of family members that are enshrined here. Well, it's all cremation here, so you can pack them in. View of the surrounding area. You have to excuse me. That bright spot in the sky off to the west is playing his game and making it difficult to get a good shot. But as we swing around here, he kind of helps out. Makes everything look pretty, doesn't he? Yeah. And I think I noticed behind me there, if I'm not wrong, there's a tent cemetery, eh? It looks like somebody's a ham. I don't know if they're still up with it or not in this internet age. Am I recording? I am recording. Going down this flight of stairs, I bumped the record button. So I'll watch my step as you watch me go down the stairs. And once again, slippery, slippery, slippery. There's another sign talking about the route that we just walked. And that would be the crest for the Akechi Joe. Just had to throw this in for Zen to see. Buddhist temple.